But it's game over, and we see Supremacy take game 3, going into game 4 now.
You know,
I'm feeling a game 5.
Yeah,
I'm feeling it.
The same exact thing. I thought for a moment Epsilon was going to break Supremacy. They were going to take their map from them in game number 3, and they were possibly going to be poised to take the series in 4 games. However, now that we just saw Supremacy rally back to win that game on what many would call their best map, Empire, now Epsilon will have to win on Fathom in order to force a game 5. However, could we see something different from Supremacy in game 4?
Well, indeed, and that's kind of what's going to be happening now. As you can see, kind of falling into what you say there, Bravo, players to watch. Snipe Drone, we saw how dominant he's been on Fathom with the sniper, with the shotgun. They know for a fact that they can't let him get that again. He beat Kaz with it. He beat them in the first round right now, as you can see there on screen. He's having a casual
cool,
thing.
calm, and collected, right? Having a casual sip of water indeed.
He's the laid back, but again, it's whether being too laid back may cost him kills, and he's not the most loudest of players, where on the opposing side, I can guarantee you these boys will be getting loud and proud and fired up.
Supremacy knows this is their chance, right? Because if they have to go back to Fathom, right, that'll be trouble for them. So they know this is their chance right now to win the series.
As you can see, Matt, Fathom, we are going into game 4, guys. Tweet the stream, let everyone know what's happening. Come and take a look at these two teams battling it out for their share of 10,000 euros. Red base on screen at the moment. A vitally important place that you need to move forward if you want to be taking control of that OS. Power play weapons on the map, of course, the shotgun, the OS, and the sniper rifle. So many times and so many players we've seen with, for some reason, the shotgun and sniper combo. You can't get close to them. You get wrecked at a distance. And to be fair, whichever team kind of, you know, look for Jimbo again, okay? Look for Jimbo to be controlling that OS. If he controls that OS, right, he will destroy them. And this Epsilon will destroy Supremacy. However, if they manage to keep sniper, shotgun, and OS out of their hands, which, again, they have the ability to do it because of the communication, the knowledge, the years of experience, they can do this. But again, Epsilon know how to play this map. It's as simple as that. Epsilon know how to play this map and where to go and where to set up. And time again, we'll see Snipe Drone setting up in a corner with the weapon on screen there in top mid. Plasma Caster, we actually saw quite a lot of work from Chalky in previous game, but you know what? Let's kick things off with 2 Foxes, see what he does off the spawn, moving into back blue right now. Will he go for that sniper rifle? He's looking for it. Grenades go in. Let's see if he grabs himself some hit markers. He pushes up for the sniper, decides to, you know, dodge some grenades, get some shots off, leave the sniper.
Oh.
But unfortunately, he says no. As we see the reversal medal from Buck 20 there. He shuts down Foxy, which is going to be a big kill for him. That leaves the sniper rifle in an open spot. Also on red team, we have Jimbo again with the OS right now. 3-2 the score. It looks to be in the hands of Epsilon. Only a few seconds into it right now. But you know what? I actually believe the sniper rifle is going to cross to the other side.
That's right. You know what Supremacy needs to do here is not get down by a bunch of kills earlier, right? They need to slow down the game. They need to do what we saw Optic Gaming do actually in the first round of the tournament and make sure they do not go down by something like 8 kills. It'll be far too hard to come back once something like that has happened.
Jimbo does some damage with the OS. That's going to be a triple kill for Buck 57, putting 3 points on the board for him as they are now in the lead 7-4, doing some serious damage. They were all looking at Jimbosity because they had OS. However, 57 just took full advantage of Chalky now, picking up the SMG. If anyone's running down red corridor, they're in all kinds of trouble. If they go one-on-one with the SMG, they're going to get shredded to pieces as he looks around the corner. Nobody's there at the moment in time.
It's far too easy there. Riot actually gets away with the overshield right around the 10:47 mark, so be on the lookout there around 9:45 or so. Comes away with that overshield here as Supremacy has a chance to get control of the map as a result.
However, he did just get a bullet to the chest from the sniper rifle. It's coming in now, but look, again, it's over, hidden away. You know what, Bravo, let's just show the guys at home exactly where the sniper rifle is. He's actually getting shot. I don't need to. He's going one-on-one. Snipe Drone has just completely and utterly destroyed Riot with the sniper. He's in the same position again, camped back, looking through the windows, just trying to find some faces. Completely and utterly destroyed that OS.
My gosh, look at the score already right away, 13-6. Epsilon proving that Fathom is their map. They have a huge lead here. They're going to be looking for that overshield dropping in about 15 seconds as well.
Now looking to try and get a no-scope in there. Doesn't land it. Goes for the one with the Magnum. Decides to put it away. Gets the reload. 4 bullets left. A potential 4 kills. However, he's getting a lot of pressure from behind. His teammates coming in behind him. I like, oh, the grenade comes in. I'm going to say he was going to fall back and actually defend his teammate. Now we see Jimbo just backing up into a corner.
And now we're going to be taking a look at where that overshield might be. We're staying on board with Snipe Drone here off of the respawn. And it's going to be Buck20, actually, his teammate, who comes away with that overshield.
Oh, and here he comes in with the defensive play. That's going to be Riot's going down. Chalky's up there as well. Snipe Drone decides to sit back. He's got no shield at all, but unfortunately gets punished for trying to hide away. Then Buck20 comes around. Double kill for him with the shotgun again. Nobody on the opposing side, and look, I love that.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of that.
One of the only players using the stabilizer. We'll have to see, of course, as we get closer to the Halo World Championship, if that's the case, if players start to use that, especially on a map like this. I think the reason he's using stabilizers on this map is so he can see over those ledges right from top middle. You can kind of peek into those tree houses.
Goes around the corner, finds Ramirez, but Ramirez completely and utterly destroys him with the perfect middle as well. Grabs himself the shotgun, backs off as grenade comes in. He's going to have that hit mark on him, so the player knows he's there. Gets the reload as well. Like how he's been cautious. He's not sprinting, he's just looking for these players, keeping it cool, keeping it calm, keeping it slow, more importantly. The two players there, whips out a shotgun thrust, comes in, Snipe Drone, unfortunately, almost showing up. Ramirez, too foxy now, with the double, but gets taken down before he can grab the triple, as we see Riot's coming in for the OS and completely steals it right from Epsilon's hands.
That was a big grab. Of course, he's going to try to stay alive with that, but they are down by so many kills here. We'll see if they can rally back. It's about 6 kill deficit they have. They need to put some points on the board and stay in this match. You know, they could pull it out here if they continue to grab those overshells like we just saw from Riot. He made a risky play, right, Sims? He pushed out there trying to get that. Oh, really nice use of the thruster pack there from Riot.
He actually managed to get the reversal medal. If he wouldn't have that OS, he would have been completely shredded there. Jimbo did brilliant work as Riot stays calm and gets the one shot coming down. Someone lands on top of him with the AR. Doesn't manage to see it through. 25-18. They're making a slow comeback though, but unfortunately, that's going to be a Spartan charge there from Ramirez at the moment in time. Just hiding around. He's going to creep up. He's got the Magnum. Decides to opt for the DMRs. He goes around the corner. There is a player there. It's going to be Snipe Drone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't get the 5. Unfortunately, Snipe Drone says no. Shuts him down with the Magnum. Only a 7-kill game though, Bravo. They're coming back slowly but surely.
Yeah, especially with this next overshield dropping. Of course, it's going to be a big factor now. A 6-kill game here. Look at that Snipe Drone. Was he using stabilized as well there? I believe I saw him.
Yeah, he did indeed, as he opts to try and grab the double. Doesn't land it. Will be calling it out. Decides to just a little bit of a Spartan pause. They're just hovering in midair, gets to a 1 beat down. That's going to do damage to the OS now, as we see Chalky getting the Revenger medal, looking around. 23-29, only 6 kills in the game. They brought it back a hell of a lot right now. He decides to opt for the Magnum. He's going to give his teammates a little bit of support there, a little bit of defense. He has an SMG though, so he doesn't necessarily need it himself.
He took that route though. I think he could have gone away with going front window and maybe made something happen a little bit better instead of taking these angles, because he's a little bit trapped in this corner. They are down by 5 though, so it looks like the players on Epsilon have already moved.
At the moment in time, they're just taking it slow. Snipe Drone thrusting out of the way, doesn't have anywhere to go. He may have tried to go underneath the little gap there. Still a 5-kill game. Chalky sees one, will call out that player at the moment. It doesn't go down.
Oh my, but I have to say, Jimbo just made a huge skill jump there from bottom to top middle with the shotgun to extend Epsilon's lead there just a little bit further. So heads up plays like that, right? Jumping up and stealing that top mid control is really going to be what separates these two teams. Now Epsilon maintains the lead.
But it's not over. They know they are only down by 5 kills. A little bit different compared to what they were, but once again it's Jimbo, and look what he's got in his back pocket and on his body. He's got the OS and he's got the shotgun. 34-27. The gap is starting to rise. He's going to jump in and give his teammate support. Takes a grenade for his teammate. There's one, gets the thingy medal there. We actually see him taking down that second one. I do apologize. That's going to be the distraction medal, but he does clean up the one shot indeed as we move forward through red hallway.
Yes, indeed. Now 36-29. 7-kill lead for Epsilon Esports. They maintain shotgun control and overshield control throughout the match, but just now we saw a little bit of a good pressure there from the Supremacy side as they're only down by 5. They desperately are trying to stay in this.
Oh, they were down by 5 at one point indeed, but now it's getting a little bit bigger. 32-37, only a 5-kill game. It seems to be that little 5 gap has been throughout though. However, Chalky now opting to do what Flamesaw did on previous. He's going to camp up there with the SMG, decides to wander around, but unfortunately looks the wrong way.
That's right, he got all sorts of turned around there. That's going to cost him and definitely cost his team a few kills.
34-39, the score. 5:20 on the clock. Riots with the DMR now off the spawn. There's a new OS up. Will Epsilon be able to clutch up and grab that? Grenades go in, but unfortunately the player does manage to sustain it. Jumping across from top water now as we look across. He's going to go fall back. He has the DMR, needs to be aware of that sniper rifle coming up on spawn. Looking now, going to top mid. 2 Foxy needs help, which he gets. He pushes back, but Jimbo comes in with the OS. This will be a big kill if he lands that one, which he doesn't. finally, Jimbo has no OS at the moment, but how long he survived there was ridiculous.
That's a big play from Jimbo. When you have an overshield, you can just use that to really push in. Think of it as like a battering ram. You just fly into the enemy's base, you eat all those bullets, and you allow your team to clean up those kills. So that's going to extend their lead by just a few more. Score is now 44-36 in favor of Epsilon. They're only 6 kills away from closing this out and forcing a game number 5.
There's only 4:30 on the clock. They know they need to make something happen, and they know they need to do it now. Foxy gets caught off guard. However, Ramirez comes up with the double shot, and now 57 with a couple of little shots to the body of his own. Picks up the DMR, 46-38. This is pretty much in the bag for Epsilon Esports. If they keep up this pressure, they've got 2 on top mid at the moment, 2 on back ramp, as we can see now on screen. Plasma Castle's up in 10 seconds, but look at this duo teamwork. Like these cheeky...
Whoa! Jimbo somehow staying on the map, going for a trick jump and misses it, but has the awareness to use the thruster to stay on the map. They're only 3 kills away now, 2 kills away from ending this game.
Clamber's out of the swimming pool. I'm so surprised he didn't die there, as we see now Jimbo doing what he wanted to do first time round, grabbing the shotgun. They only need 2 more kills, and we are going to see game number 5. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to game 5, Epsilon versus Supremacy. I have to ask you, Bravo, we've seen Supremacy come up clutch 2 times now on Empire. Do you think we'll see it for a 3rd time in a row?
You know, that really is the question here as we now move to this map. Supremacy seems to be the top team, but however, I must say, in the second iteration of the game, Epsilon was moments away from closing it out, but I think they actually lost the game themselves, right? The only people who beat Epsilon in that match was Epsilon as they closed it out. They had 3 players on the overshield when they probably didn't need to. Supremacy takes advantage of that, and they won. But going back to Empire for game number 5, of course, Epsilon in their wins have proven that they are the top team, commanding victories. Supremacy, it seems to be winning on Empire by just a small margin. The question is, can Epsilon capitalize on that and finally steal the game 5 from Supremacy, or will Supremacy prove that they're the better team on the map?
I think this time